want to shout out Dave Johnson. Obviously 25 years, kind of the host and voice of the Wizards, and incredible tenure, but also more importantly, the work that he's done, with the awareness to MS. And obviously that's spearheaded tonight with, $100,000 donation, which is a tremendous step forward, but, keep pushing, keep the word out. And obviously we want to try and combat this thing full head of steam. So congratulations to you, Dave. And, thank you for all that you do and your efforts in that cause.
That's very nice, Wes. How'd it go?
It was good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
You said you wanted to see what you had with Porzingis. Were there any surprises tonight?
No, I was pleasantly surprised, honestly, with his conditioning. I know we had to be mindful of the stretches that he was going to play, but he handled it well. And, we still had to kind of play the game to make sure we didn't go too far with the minute restriction, but it worked out well.
I was going to ask, was checking him back in late in the fourth, was that within his minutes restriction? Is that where you're kind of?
Maybe. No, it was. So it was by design. And we wanted to kind of get him out so we could finish with him. And then obviously late game, we wanted to get small. So we just stay in our switches, take away the 3-point line.
Got to the he helped getting to the free throw line also a bit more, but in terms of just kind of those little things you guys have been trying to tune up, what was the difference tonight? Just
our level of aggression. We knew, defensively that they were going to really press our feet, attack the paint, and they did that. It's another 60-point night in the paint, but we were aggressive on the other end as well, and it's a good thing to see. And hopefully it reinforces some of the messaging that it's just got to be a constant. And we can't play for fouls, but be aggressive, play through contact. And when you get in the paint, it should be 1, 2, or 3 points. Whether you're at the rim, it's an and one, or kick out three. And we're shooting the three at a high clip right now. So those paint threes are really paying off. We're getting in the paint. So all those things kind of work in concert.
Wes, what was your impression of KP's chase down block?
That's a big play. He's actually a better shot blocker, rim protector than people want to give him credit for. His length, he's got pretty good timing, but it's just another element. We've seen it with Gaff. TB gives you a different dynamic, but KP gives you another guy with length and size, agility around the paint. So it's a play that was surprising to see, but you knew going in that he's certainly capable of those type moments.
The people who play in this league do things that are amazing every night, but for someone his height to do some of the things he is able to do, how unusual is some of the promise that he brings to the court?
Oh, it's very unusual. I mean, it's not a surprise at all why he had the nickname the Unicorn, because he's one of a kind, and guys like that just don't pop up, all the time. But he's multifaceted. He's shown his ability to play off the bounce, and for a guy 7'3" to put the ball down, playing the post, obviously can pick and pop with range, all those things. It's rare to find a guy with that skill set.
Can you see a time down the road, or maybe next game, where you guys can dictate how the other team has to match up with a supersized?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to, kind of guess how other teams are going to match to you. You can speculate to knowing going in they give up certain things, or you may have an advantage in this area. But it's at times it's not always going to be that clean. But certainly as the game goes, you read the flow and you kind of see what you like. You look at things and you can pinpoint those mismatches and look to target some of those things, but you don't want to play solely geared to just mismatches. I think it's proven the way we've played recently, the more we move the ball, better off we are. And the ball just finds the guy or finds that mismatch, and we make plays.
Guys were able to have a big offensive second half even without Raul. Just curious, how does that injury look after the game, and what was the biggest challenge, I guess, playing without him?
Well, thankfully he's moving pretty well back there, so it looked worse in the moment. I'm sure he's going to be day to day. See how he responds this evening, tomorrow. We have 2 days, thankfully, before we play again. But It's challenging when you go down a point guard, and it's just, another guy that keeps us organized and has done a terrific job. Even another small defensively who can keep those guys in front. So the good thing is Sato's right there, and we've been plagued with injuries and absences all season. So we've had guys plug, that spot and keep us organized on offense. But it's not something you want to do full time. So hopefully he'll have a speedy recovery and we'll get him back soon.
What'd you think of the early return to the two-man game that Kristaps had with guys like Denny and Kuzma?
Oh, it's good to see. I mean, we've seen some of that all season with our bigs. He adds a different dimension because, his ability to stretch the floor. He's still a dynamic roller. He's got length. He can finish at the rim. But he also just puts a lot of pressure on you. You have to make a decision. Because if you chase over, you got a guy attacking downhill, and if there's any separation, he's going to slip to space, and you're hard pressed to get to him and still impact his shot. With him being 7'3". So I like that pairing. I like that dynamic. It's something we can expand on, but we have a lot already built in that kind of lends to those type situations. So it's just him getting more comfortable mixing in pops and rolls, getting more comfortable with the timing of it. But I like what I saw.
And was there an adjustment you guys made on Batadze? He had such a big first half, and I think he only took one shot in the second.
No, it really wasn't. It was just heightened awareness to get back to him. We didn't want to get into, just switching, KP on their smalls. Their smalls are a handful for our guards. So just the awareness to get back to him a little bit, and thankfully it didn't hurt us in the second half.
And when it comes to your three-point shooting, it just continues. You guys keep having big three-point shooting nights. How do you explain this happening right after you remove Beal and Bertans from the rotation, given those guys have combined to make like 3,000 threes in their careers?
I don't think it's anything of those two, being in or out. I think when, the way we've moved the ball and the way it's, we've had a lot of assists, obviously that coincides with making shots. That we were generating a lot of those shots early in the season. We just weren't making them. So it's easy to say, well, we're shooting it well now. Well, I thought we were generating a lot of the same looks early, and we just didn't get the payoff. And that was the part of the struggle offensively, is just stay the process, stay the course. It will average out. It's deflating in the moment when, you do good things and you don't see the benefit. But I'm glad that things have started to turn, and we're seeing the payoff right now.
Coach, just talk about what you're trying to carry over from this game going into the long road trip this week.
Well, we talked about it right after the game. It's, that collective spirit we're playing with, that's got to travel with us. And I know we're going to LA, and, sometimes when you go back to situations where guys played one place and, they want to do a little bit too much or do more, just stay within what we're doing. I think what we're doing is fine. One thing we have to bring with us is our defense, and it's not for the lack of effort. It's I think we're playing really hard, but we have to find ways to tighten things up a bit and do a little better job on that end before.
Neil.
Coach, I think a month-ish ago we talked about, you wanted Denny to be a bit more decisive just in the decisions as soon as he gets the ball. Today, between the one time that, he drove to his right, seemed like he tried to go for a dunk finish. KP cleaned it up. Same thing, on the alley-oop, he just, immediately drove, got rid of it. How have you seen, him progress in the last, say, month or so?
Well, I think, there's going to be ebbs and flows to any player. It's a long season, but, especially a young player, and at times it's a confidence thing, and I think that's just the messaging for him is, not only do we believe in him as a staff, but his teammates do. And we want him to stay aggressive, just be decisive, play downhill, play to your strength. So I loved it. I don't care if they want to try and block every single one of those. They're not going to block them all. And the amount of pressure and force that puts on the rim, it's going to open up a lot of things. So the fact that he's playing downhill is just another dimension for him. But being decisive, being quick with his decisions is very important.
Thanks, Coach.
Wayne.
How you doing, Coach? Just wanted to get, what were some of your positives that you really liked from tonight's game?
Just the energy level. I thought we played hard all for the entire game. Sure, there were some mistakes, some coverage mistakes, some communication mistakes. I just thought our effort was great. It's a tough out because this team puts a lot of pressure on you. And, we're saying you got to be in the gaps and shrink, contain the ball. But then you also have to get out because they've got terrific three-point shooters as well. So being able to do both, and good teams can do that. So it's a good thing, too, that we offensively have continued the trend. So all in all, a good team win. You have 7 guys in double figures, I think another 30-plus assist night. You get to the line, you get to the paint. So there's some good numbers to, we can kind of look back and be proud of, but, we can't be satisfied. Continue to try and tighten things up, but reduce some of the slippage areas and get ready for a long road trip.
And lastly, Coach, a while back you had said you're going to be in games late. You were in this homestand, you were on games late, and just going forward, how do you like that mentality that you've seen from the team?
Just being able to play with some poise. We know we're not going to blow teams out every night, so there's going to be a lot of grind out games, and we're just have to find ways to win. Sometimes late in the fourth, and it's easy to say your offense is going to carry the day, but defensively we got to mix in stops. We got to make sure we rebound, but we're going to find ourselves in those 1, 2, 3 possession games. The more we can do that and come out on top, I think the better we are for it. These are all lessons, for myself, for this young team. We're going to have to grow through this. So the value and understand each possession on both sides of the ball are critical in those moments. I think that's kind of the takeaway. But, when you win a game, and you can certainly feel better about it. But we'll see. I mean, there's going to be a lot of games like this, and we'll have to find ways to pull them out.
How you coaching St. Travis?
Appreciate it.
That's it, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, what was it? How did you enjoy playing alongside Kristaps Porzingis?
Oh, it was phenomenal. Teams can't just load up on me. Just having an extra guy out there that causes a lot of threat to many defenses. With him, he's so versatile, being able to pop, but also if he pops, you run him off, he's able to put the ball on the ground. Obviously, what he can do in the post, but tonight he just made really, really good reads, outside of just shooting and scoring, but, knowing when people are digging on him and kicking out to easy threes or whatnot, it was great. So, we got a lot to, continue to work on and improve and learn each other, but I thought it was great.
You're used to seeing a lot of amazing things on the court in this league, but when a 7'3" guy is as skilled as he is and yet can also complete a track down block like he did, how unusual is that combination?
It's not really 7'3" people that really shoot threes in the league. There's one. There's a reason why they call him the unicorn. So, be able to shoot threes and, like you said, chase down block, that's tough. He's a hell of a player.
Who's obviously Porzingis is special, like you just said, but adding a player like him at this point in the season, when it's like you're through the slot, there's 20 games left, and you're still trying to get something done, how much energy or buzz or whatever does that inject? Did you feel something like that tonight?
Oh yeah, 100%. Everyone's excited. We're excited to play every night. We're blessed to come out and play the game that we love, and you should have motivation just from that. But adding a guy like KP, and he's a really good dude, and ever since he's got here, everyone has gravitated to him. He's gravitated to people, and just a great person to be around. So obviously happy to see him back on the court. I'm sure I can speak for everybody with that, knowing, he's been really good this year, first and foremost, outside of, when he was injured. So to have him back, it's been great.
Have you had the chance as of yet to develop that much on-court chemistry with him tonight? Like, how much have you guys gotten to play together?
That's the first time we played together. Hasn't been in practice at all, really. And if he has, he's usually been on the second unit, because we're still trying to integrate him. But it'll be easy. I'm a pretty high IQ type of player. So, when I understand what he likes, where he likes the ball, and we find 2-hour pick and roll 4-5, it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough to guard.
obviously you and Kristaps helped the free throw margin a lot, and you talked a lot about that recently. Just what was it like, you guys being able to get a lot more free throw attempts than you've been used to lately?
I mean, it felt good, but we'll see about next game. Let's see. You can just sit up here and be like, oh, it feels great, wonderful, having a guy to get your free throw line. But at the end of the day, it's on us, it's on the refs. For us, we have to drive hard and attack. It was great plays tonight. You seen Denny. 2 plays he didn't get fouls, but it just us realizing that we got to stop complaining. We got to get to the rim, go hard. One time he dunked, second time he tried to get a dunk, missed it. KP got the tip in with like two to go. But just having that mentality of okay, I'm gonna go to the rim and I'm gonna try to make something happen. Either teammates gonna be open or I'm gonna try to finish strong and put it on the refs at that point. And if we have that mentality, then it can carry over. So
you guys had some lineups tonight where the shortest player on the court was 6'7". What is that element like where now you guys can put so much size on the floor at the same time?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just switchability, being able to guard 1 through 5. You can switch same size. It's never really a problem. Maybe sometimes with a guard and the 5-man on them, but we have a lot of interchangeability, and as long as we stay solid out there, obviously defensively, and we just make the right play offensively, you can play with that much size. So
When Kristaps is like at the top of the key and on the elbows, how does that affect kind of what you want to do? Is that much of a change for you? Does it free up the offense? Just what does that kind of look do for you guys?
I mean, it frees it up. Let's say I'm on the wing, he's at the top of the key, and usually that big man is just going to sit right there in the gap. Obviously because Gap is not a shooter, and they'll still be there with TB. Because I'm one of the main focuses. So they can't do that anymore because I'm just going to throw it to him. And if he's at the elbow, then we play split game. We play that action. So, we don't have it all figured out. This is the first time us playing in history. So, we just got to keep growing. So
I just wanted to ask you about the comment Spencer Dinwiddie made over the weekend. He said that he was asked to pass more, shoot less, specifically to get shots for you and KCP.
I mean, I'm sure if you go back to tidbits, I know I always said I wanted him to be aggressive. I know Brad always wanted him to be aggressive. So I'm just going to leave it at that. It's, we're past that, honestly. We're focused on the guys that are here, and, we're all motivated to take that next step right now. So.
Neil.
Kuz, about a month ago, one of the things Wes said about Denny was that he was hoping that, he would have better decisiveness and just, okay, pass the ball, shoot the ball, drive the ball. How have you seen him improve in that facet recently? It seemed like, the alley-oop to Porzingis, made a quick decision, things like that.
I mean, he's kind of been up and down, but, that's expected with young players. He's only in his second year, right? So, he's got a lot of basketball to continue to play and grow. If I'm not mistaken, he was hurt a little bit his rookie year. So you got to, look at, the amount of games he's played. And, for him, it's all about, like Coach said, being decisive. Am I going to put the ball on the ground? Or am I going to shoot it, or am I going to pass it? And having to make, those type of reads in milliseconds. It's real challenging for a young player. I know it was for me. And it still is for me, but, he's just doing a good job. He's really receptive, takes criticism. He's always in the gym, and he's going to continue to get better because he has those type of characteristics. So.
Thanks, Kuz.
Kristaps.
Hey, Kuz, great game, great win, first of all. Speaking about the KP and his presence on the floor, is the piece that you needed before to make a final push about the playing tournament?
Yeah, I mean, it's just obviously it's a real exciting time for us to add a player of his caliber this late in the season. Obviously, I'm sure you can, get what I said before, but he's a great, talented player. Underrated rim protector, as we've seen tonight. He causes a lot of tension. So, for us, we just have to figure out a way to, play connective offensively and defensively with him, and just try to finish it out. Anything can happen over the next 20 games, and we're just trying to improve day by day. So,
Thank you very much. Keep up.
yep.
Please, thank you.
Yep.
How did the debut go? Wes said he was a little bit pleasantly surprised with your level of conditioning. How did it feel to be back out there?
It felt good. I was just happy to finally be done with the individual work and be able to play. It's never fun to be out and be doing all the conditioning and all that. So happy to be out there. Was on minutes restriction, but tried to stay calm, not to do too much, play the right way, and most importantly, we got the win. So I'm extremely happy.
What do you make of your efficiency? I mean, you scored 25 points in 21 minutes. What did you make of that?
Yeah, not bad. I just kind of played my game, and guys found me some easy situations, knocked down some shots. As I said, didn't really try to force too much, just try to play my game. But yeah, I mean, it's been a smooth transition all the way around here. Just the first day I got here, felt comfortable now with the guys. First game together, really haven't really even practiced together. Just went straight into the game. I felt really comfortable out there with everybody. So, that's credit to my teammates that are finding me and know, the way I play. And just right away, we got off to a good start.
Yeah, like how much of this system, or I don't know how many like specific plays you were running out there, but how much of this like allows you to play your way? Like, does it suit you at all?
Yeah, I think the coaching staff did a phenomenal job too of finding and putting me in the right situations and breaking down my game and looking at where I'm most comfortable. And yeah, as I said, just a smooth transition. First game, just felt really good out there and happy to be with the team and looking forward to the next one and so on. So I'm honestly really just happy.
What have these last few weeks been like for you as you join the new team? And I'm sure you want to debut and the medical staff kind of plays it safe with you in the injury.
What it was like?
Yeah.
It's never fun to be out. It's never fun. It's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes. Everybody might think that, you're just out there sitting on the bench and cheering your teammates on, but you put in a lot of work and treatment and all that. And it's not my favorite part to do, but it's what I need to do to get healthy, and be healthy and stay on the floor. And then make sure I take care of the weight room work and all that to make sure my body is feeling good for the game. So I think I'm in good hands and taking it step by step slowly and the minute restriction, which I've never really had that low of a minute restriction in my career. But with my heart, it's hard to accept that because I want to play more. But with my head, I understand that, I have to respect their decision and they're just looking out for my health and for my, long-term, well-being.
You had the alley-oop toss by Denny Avdia. Crowd went crazy. What was that moment like?
It was awesome. It was awesome. Great pass. Just have fun out there. And just took it step by step, got the first little touch shot in, pass from Kuz, Ish, Thomas, everybody was great finding me. And then he threw the lob at the end. It was a great moment for the first game to be here in Washington, and looking forward to many more moments like that.
In general, what was it like to play in front of your new home crowd?
What was it like playing in front of this crowd? It was good. I think the support was I think the fans were into the game. There were moments where we went down a little bit, but then we came back, and that kind of got everybody into the game. And then we had some good highlights, and Ish hit a huge shot. Kuz got some nice plays down the stretch. Denny was aggressive. It was just, at least I felt like it was all around like a fun game. And as I said, most importantly, we got the win at the end.
How do you think you'll need to feel fully up to speed in terms of everything you're looking for and how you can play off your needs and needs?
Yeah. It's always a process, it's always, I think how many more games we have, like 20 left in the season. I think with each game we're just going to get better, and go into the off season. Hopefully we can have a postseason and make some noise, which is the goal. If we do that, that's going to give us more time to play together and get feel for each other. But if not, then these 20 games that we have left will be a good good stretch to get kind of feel for each other out there on the floor into the next season. So yeah, each game I expect us to kind of keep building from here on out.
Talk about the size possibilities that you can throw out, the lineups you guys can put out there with yourself at the 5 and Cruz at the 4 and etc. One. I mean, just it's one of the bigger lineups I can think of possibilities.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think also playing alongside Kuz is great for me, because what happened in Dallas, sometimes they would put the 5 on one of our 3 men, and here they can't really do that. Everybody can shoot, and Kuz is a 4 that can do everything. So if they put the 5 on Kuz, that's a mismatch, and so they can't really do that either. So I'm excited to play with him, and as I said, just keep building from here on out and get a feel for each other and just take off.
How valuable is it for you to just get your legs under you and kind of have this stretch of time before you play, ideally with Brad?
Yeah, no, this is great opportunity for me. I feel good here. Honestly, I feel good, and I just want to play more. I want to play more, and I got some conditioning in right now to make sure I get in shape or in better shape as soon as possible. And I think a few more games, and I'll be feeling pretty good physically to where I need to be, and then just keep building and look forward. Hopefully, we'll have Brad next season. I don't know what the situation is, but I would love to play with him and Kuz and the rest of the guys. So I think there's some exciting things to look forward to.
You have more conditioning after this?
Yeah. Yes. I got on the bike, just sprints on the bike, got my heart rate up. So yeah.
I have one more. Wes and Kuz say that's why they call him the unicorn, because he's shooting threes at 7'3". How do you feel about that nickname?
At first I didn't like it. I was like, well, what is that unicorn? I'd never heard that word before, but KD gave me that nickname, and it stuck. It stuck at first. I was kind of, as I said, didn't like it that much, but now I like it. Now I actually like it, and I think it kind of represents the way I play. I can play all over the floor with my height and with my length. So I try to embrace that and try to play like a unicorn.
How do you say unicorn in Latin?
I don't know. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Oh,
Thanks.
wait, just a couple questions on Zoom.
Yep.
We'll start with Neil.
KP, kind of building off of Ava's question, even though, you would have rather been playing the first, couple of weeks that you were here and you were ramping up, does that time that you were able to, A, just to get to know your teammates a little bit better, and B, get to know just what West's schemes are, does that help you kind of just hit the ground running now?
Definitely. I think it's a big change, when you get traded from one place to another, not only on the floor, on the court, but just overall life. You got to find a new place to live and everything. So there's a lot of changes, and this time definitely helped me to get to know my teammates a little bit off the floor, how they are in the locker room, and just overall the organization, the medical staff, the doctors here, and so on. So definitely gave me more time to be more comfortable with this setting, and at the end, all those little things adding up just helps you to adapt as quickly as possible and show that on the court.
And on the alley-oop from Denny, you kind of just pointed up, signaled to him. Is that something that you guys had ever practiced before in practice? Or, is there any limit, do you think, to, how high he can throw that before, it's out of your reach?
Yes, right now, yes. I need a few more games and a few more good sessions in the weight room to get my legs to where they need to be. but yeah, I think with my length, I'm not the most athletic guy, but I can jump a little bit with my length, and I can get pretty high. But no, we haven't like me and Denny, we haven't even had a chance to practice together. So that was just kind of out of feel. He threw it up there. I pointed up, and he threw it, and made that big play. Then he made that big play, and it was an important one for us to close out the game.
Thanks, KP.
Thank you. We're good.
Nope, two more.
All right.
Hey, KP, great game, great win, first of all. Your first game in DC was so impressive as your first bucket when you presented in the team. So I would like to ask you to see your teammates and the coaching staff have all that confidence and all that faith to you. What does it mean? How impacted to you and your game?
Sorry, what was the last part? How does that?
All that faith and all that confidence that your teammates and the coaching staff have to you, what does it mean? How impact to you and your game?
Yeah, no, definitely. As I said, the organization just welcomed me with open arms from the first moment I got here, and it sucks to get traded to a team and not be able to play right away. So I had to do treatment and lift and do as much as I could on the court. So I was really excited for the moment when I finally get to go on the court and play for this team and this organization. And credit to everybody, the coaching staff and just the whole organization really, to help me with the transition. And yeah, I'm looking forward to giving more to this organization for betting on me and giving me this opportunity. So as I said, I'm excited for what's coming.
Last question to Wayne.
Good, KP. Just following off your last statement, what excites you so much about this roster and this opportunity here in Washington?
I think what excites me about the opportunity,
and the roster.
I think just a new setting, just it's a new place, so it's always exciting. It's like every season in the preseason, you're so excited for the season. Everybody's got this energy, and it's the same feeling now. Just going to a new team, everything's new. It's a great opportunity for me, and I think with everybody being healthy, and if everything goes as we would like to, then we could really make some noise going forward. And at the end, that's what I'm brought here for, to win games. I'm not a rookie anymore, and now I have to show what I can on the court. So I think, and I'm in good hands from all points, all point of, I say, you know what I meant, and and people are taking good care of me, for me, and supporting me to show my best basketball, and that's what I'm excited for. So yeah, I just keep saying I'm excited, I'm happy, and it's true. So looking forward to what's coming.
And last one, KP, just what's one positive from your debut that you'll always remember from tonight's game?
One
positive from tonight, from your
positive.
home debut that you'll always remember.
One positive. It's hard to say one play or one moment, but just the overall game, and just I think the first thing comes to mind is just my teammates and the group that we had. Just kind of felt natural that we were playing, the way the ball was moving, everybody was happy for each other, and I think that's one thing I'll take away, and that we have to keep that as a group going forward, which is extremely important to have that kind of chemistry.
Okay, thank you, and safe travels.
Thank you.
That's
Hey, guys.
Yeah.